Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Jersey Shore podcast. That's SURE because I am always sure. And I'll get to that in a moment. I have a special guest here, my wife, Heather Galdo. Before I get into the model, and brought to you by the Great America's Pulse Network, as always. So I have a special guest here, my wife, and I'm going to break it down to you what this episode is going to be about in a moment. But first, I want to get into the breaking news. So breaking news that just happened. Just found out. My producer told me about it actually. That there was a shooting was reported this evening at a high-rise Midtown Manhattan building. Two senior law enforcement officials said at least one police officer and one civilian have been shot inside 345 Park Ave in New York City. Sources say the building at that address houses several tenants, including Blackstone, KPMG, and JP Morgan. And this is according to NBC News. So that's our breaking news for now. Just have to get that out there. So I'm going to go that. There you go. That's the gun right there. You can see it up on your screen. Looks like he has an AR-15 style rifle and walking in there, and that's all we know. So I am not sure what's going on, but I'm sure we'll report on that tomorrow on Alexandra's podcast, and then the Pulse on Wednesday. We'll know more then, but stay tuned for that, and we'll get you more details as it comes up. So now I'm going to go into my monologue. All right, so here we go. And here we go. I don't know if I'm going to pay for this or what, but usually this is where I talk about, like I just did the breaking news, corrupt politicians and the downfall of American institutions. But today, I step into the most dangerous, most controversial, most emotionally unstable debate of my life. And it's happening right here in the Galdo family house of cards. Now, on this podcast, I usually get to say what I think is right. And spoiler alert, I always am. I don't talk out of my ass. I do the research. I read the reports. I watch the footage. I dig into the facts. And when it comes to marriage, I've been doing field research for almost 20 years. That's a PhD in yes, dear, and with a minor of where do you want to eat tonight? So sometimes, yes, I drop a little joke, lovingly, of course, about my beautiful wife, Heather. It's never malicious. It's never based in hard, peered review data. I'm just a husband. I'm an expert, and I'm an expert journalist. That's the way I see my marriage. I'm an expert at it. So it's not my fault. I know what's right and wrong. I was born with that gift, but not everyone agrees with my God-given discernment, especially the one I share a mortgage with, my wife, Heather. After almost 18 years of marriage, Heather believes, and I can't say this with a straight face, that she deserves a chance to defend herself against my completely factual, undisputed, and obviously hilarious observations about wives, women, and her in particular. So here we are, the showdown, the roast, the marital Super Bowl. We're going round for round, point for point, punchline for punchline. But here's the twist. You, the listeners, are the judges. As we go head to head, our producer, a strong, fair, and handsome man named Damon, no relation, will be tallying your live votes and comments. And I'm not trying to get away with it. He's very, very fair and handsome. I'm just letting everybody know that. So every time you comment, point for Damon, point for Heather, the score gets updated in real time. We'll read your reasons, your roast reactions, and your commentary live on air. Now, I'm not nervous. I'm confident because I know this works. It's my podcast, and our producer, he's got the same name as me. So I'm sure he'll keep it totally unbiased. So let's go.
Oh, wow. I'm terrified of this debate here. And first of all, he's wrong. We'll be married 17 years on October 17th. 2008 is our anniversary. We've been together 19 years as of June of 2006 is when I met Damon. But before Damon's going to get into telling you how bougie I am, how, fancy I am because my nails, my hair, I drive a Mercedes. I wasn't raised like that. I was Heather Faust first before Heather Galdo. I was born in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, so more northern Jersey. and raised in Woodbridge Township, New Jersey. I grew up in an apartment. My mom drove a 1980 Toyota Corolla that had no air conditioning, AM radio only. My dad worked 7 days a week as a plumber, day and night, trying to make money. So I didn't grow up with money at all. But my parents gave me and my brother a good life regardless. But what I'm trying to say is that everything that I do have was worked for. But yes, do I like to the finer things?
I didn't say anything. Sorry.
I always worked hard. I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time. I worked on and off since I had my children, but now I just started my own cleaning business. I had my first client today. And I have a legal studies degree. But you're going to hear all the great stories about how much money I spend.
So before we go into our first segment, this comes down to, it is my podcast, and sometimes things come up between marital things, and I, make a comment here and there at not really her expense, but see, there's a beautiful picture of us the day we got married. So hopefully at the end of this debate, we're still smiling like that. I don't know. I mean, I know I had this scrape on my head from we're on vacation. If I have any more marks on
that
my
wasn't
face,
for me, by the way.
well,
That was
I'm
not
just
for me.
Put it out there now. We're live. So if I have any more marks on my face next episode, then this one. So, all right. So now it's all out there. But I happen to get to make some jokes at her expense. And I'll just go with one. When we were on the radio show, which we air on the podcast as well, it was July 3rd, and my son was born on the 4th of July. So I brought him and my daughter into the radio station, and I'd let my son do the monologue. He turned 7 on the 4th. And then my daughter was talking about how she made the principals list with being straight A's and how she's good at math. And she said, I learned math from you, Dad, because you're pretty good at it, which I am. And then I'll give her, she's very good at other things too. But I said, and my daughter said, well, Mom's really not that good at math. And I said, well, I'm pretty sure she's good at subtraction because she can take my bank account from 1,000 to 0 faster than anyone I've ever seen. So that's how this came up. She's like, when am I going to get a chance to defend myself and talk about you? So we're going to roll into our first segment. Our first segment is he said, she spent. All right. So I just want to say, I get it. She was a stay-at-home mom for a while. She always worked, and then when we had kids, it made sense.
I went to school too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then went to school during that time as well to get her degree. But when it came time when we had children, it made sense for her to stay home because daycare was too much. And you guys all know all that stuff. And so she stayed home, and she just had this sense of, I'm just going to spend money. And I'm like, well, listen, we only have one income now, honey, and we have children. But I always tell her that little piece of plastic that you swipe, there's a cause and a reaction to it. There's a consequence. It deducts from something. It's not a magic piece of plastic. But yet she believes it is. And I always get on her about that. And I think I'm right. I think I'm right about that.
Well, first of all, I don't just buy for myself. I buy for my children. I make sure they have everything they need. So I'm not the type of mom that just buys myself and don't get anything for my kids. So, I always spend on Gian and Damon. I always make sure my kids are signed up for all their sports that they play. My daughter plays the baritone. She's an honors band. I mean, I make sure that they're well cared for besides myself. Yes. Now, do I like the finer things in life? Yeah. I don't know where the hell it came from, because like that old saying, a champagne taste on a beer bottle bankroll, that was the case. But I feel like at this point in my life, if we work hard for something, we deserve to have those kind of things. You know what I mean? I keep telling Damon, I'm like, once I'm done with my Mercedes, I want that white BMW with the red leather interior. That's my next car, the SUV. So I'm just letting you know that.
And by the way, it's a Mercedes CLA. It's the poor man's Mercedes.
Yeah, it's a small Mercedes.
It was like $33,000,
like
any other normal car.
It's a small Mercedes.
But she had a tougher job raising kids.
Amy, my sister-in-law. Well, 5 minutes later, Heather won.
Well, I want to retract Mern's comment right there, and we can tally up a point.
Thank you. It is tough raising kids.
If any job that you can do in your pajamas, I would say isn't that tough. Maybe work in construction, building commercial buildings, and being out in the 100-degree weather, half bald, getting burnt like I had with this. Maybe that's a little bit of a tougher job. I don't know. All right, let's get the first. Let's get the
wait a
first
minute.
points
Shauna said Heather has good taste. Thank you, Shauna.
So anyway, I want to know. All right, who wins this one little debate in this round? Let's get the point tally going, so you guys can send it out there. Because I think I should win this one because I think my job is tougher. I would rather sit home in my pajamas and raise kids and wipe noses and stuff like that.
And wipe asses and get up during the night when they're feeding and when you're nursing, when you're breastfeeding and you don't sleep. So you're running on like low energy. And then when I had Damon, Gianna was only 4 at the time. So I had to make sure my still somewhat toddler is taken care of and you're, watch them throughout the day. So I'm not of course your job is tough because you're in construction. It is a hard job. My father did the, plumbing, but as a woman, we have that nurturing role where we take care of kids and that's our job to do that. And it's not an easy job. And that's why men really can't handle that job.
Well, all right. Well, it looks like that one little debate. We're tied. We're tied 1-1 on that one. And you gotta try to give birth. Well, okay.
Thanks, Mern.
So, all right. So Jen Rebert said it's a tie. Okay, tie for that one debate. Who got a 2? Oh, 2-2. Okay, there we go. All right. So, but I just want to say, first off, I want to say, there's a reason why men make it to heaven a half hour sooner than women.
Let me hear that.
Do you know why? No, it's biblical. It's if you go, it's Revelations 8:1. Look it up in the Bible. When he opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven for about a half hour. That's how you know men get there a half hour earlier than women, because there was silence. Is that what?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I ain't gonna go there with that one. But thank you, Sean. A mama's job is the hardest. And Mern, yeah, you're right. You don't clock out at 5. You do, and it's a thing is when, especially like, when your kids are babies and they're small, it's like the constant worrying, you never stop worrying as a parent, but the constant making sure they're not putting things in their mouth when they start walking and crawling and making sure that, they're always safe. And, just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like as a mom too, we lose ourselves because we just start worrying. We're just all about our kids and making sure they are, okay and, well cared for. So as a mom, I think your job never stops, because even when your children are growing up, you still worry about if they're okay, making sure they're doing well in life, making sure, they become successful as they can be. So it's never ending job for a mom.
Well, I see Amy says you put in 3 minutes, she put in 10 minutes. And then Arlene says men work 9 to 5. Okay, men do work 9 to 5. And then guess what? When they come home, I do more work at home. I mean, it doesn't stop for me. I have a responsibility at my job, and I have to watch the bank account totally over and over again. Like, what did you just buy? And she, and I had to install cameras outside of our house. Oh. It wasn't for safety. It was just to see how many Amazon packages were coming.
So this asshole done that. I used to get so pissed when I was like this, but you got to remember, I'm not stupid too, just so you know. All right. You think Damon always says to me, I'm smarter than you. I know what you're going to do. I said, no. Because I would say, as a woman, we know when we want something, we know how to get it and how to work around it. But when he had those damn cameras, I used to get so pissed off. I'm like, damn it. You look at that camera, and then he would go and talk on the camera and say, oh, where's that bag from? Oh, where the hell did that box come from? I'm like, oh.
All right, listen. I should win on this one because I go to work right now.
Thank you, Susan.
I give her the credit. I give her a lot of credit for what she's done. I could never have a baby. I can't. I watch her give birth, and I'm like, that could never happen. I could never do it. If I get the flu, I'm useless. Oh. I'm like, I'm crying, and that is why I actually fell in love with her. The day I knew I fell in love with her was when we were dating, and I had my apartment, and I had the flu, and she came over and brought me soup and took care of me, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "I'm marrying her. I'm in love." So that's the point. Is I could never give birth. I get the flu, and I'm useless. You can't even. So I'll give her that. I'll give women the credit for that one. But why do men die earlier than women?
Because you guys take shit care of yourself. You take shit care of yourself. Okay, let's start off with that. You take shit care of yourself. Men do not take good care of themselves. Damon, I mean, making sure he takes his medicines. I think I forgot to take my blood pressure medication today. I don't know if I took my omeprazole today. I mean, you don't can't worry about stuff. Like maybe me, I probably take too good care of myself. I'm always at the gym. I'm worried about my teeth are white enough. I'm crazy, but I got OCD. So that's another story for another day. But men don't take care of themselves. Unless you're like a metro man.
Myrna, moms take care of everyone. I got Myrna says, you do thumbs up. Shauna says, moms take care of everyone.
Men do. I'll tell you about Damon. Hold on. When you were rollerblading, the one time, I'm going to go on a rollerblade.
So what?
And I said, I was pregnant with little Damon, and I said, oh God, this is not going to end well. I just felt that. I said, don't go out there right now. Don't go out there right now. What did you do? I mean, did you hurt your arm, or you fell over? You were all beat up.
Listen,
I know it.
I was very good at hockey. I played ice hockey throughout high school.
One of the many
won the Flyers Cup and all that stuff. I was very good. And then 20 years later, I had maybe midlife crisis, and I said I want to try to get to. I want to try, and it was like riding a bike until I fell. So I'll give her that one. She can take a point on that one. You win that one.
Amy, Heather's still winning. Thanks, Amy.
So, Steve Diorio, the relationship between a husband and wife is psychological. One is psycho, and the other is logical. Steve. Yes, Steve, my man. Steve. Thank you very much. I need the men to come out here. We had a lot of comments from the women. Come on, where the men at? I need some men on my side.
Steve, I still like you though, Steve. It's okay. I still like you.
But the only thing is, I have to worry about the bills. I have to take care of the mortgage. She says I hawk the bank account. Oh, of course I have to.
I swear to God, this man right here, he must feel it. I said, what did you get feeling in, the tingle in your ass when I used the card? Where'd you go? I see Target on there. What the hell did you order from Amazon? Oh, there's Macy's on there. And I'm like, Jesus. Good Lord.
It's called modern technology. Alerts get sent to my phone when it gets used, because I know that I have to pay a bill, whether it's the mortgage, the electric bill, the water bill,
Thanks,
whatever it may be. I'm getting trounced. Damon, just give it up. He can't win. No, I'm going to win this, Arlene. I have to have it. Give me a chance. It's tied 3-3.
Okay.
But when I see it, and then I see Starbucks every single day, $7 a coffee. We have a coffee maker. Why are we spending $7 a day on coffee? Add it up.
Because I like my
I'm good at math.
And I like my strawberry.
7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 7 is 49. $49 a week at Starbucks. That's a car payment a month. So I think I'm more logical. Like Steve, you are right.
No.
More logical. Why would you spend the money when we have a Keurig and a coffee maker at home? And the walk-in closet that you have, it looks like you walked into Macy's. There's no room whatsoever. There's 96 boxes of shoes, and I would say 80% of everything in that closet has tags on it. Damon, that's just your mind. So, no, it's the truth.
Thank you, Shauna. Yes, I did.
It's the truth. Everything has tags on it. I'm like, well, why don't you wear this? I buy her a very nice purse or something like that, for her birthday or because whatever it may be. Like a very what are the a Coach bag or something like that. Usually, when I get into trouble, I spend more. But I'll admit that. But she'll wear it for like a week, and then it goes on the shelf. And then she's like, I need a new purse. I'm like, what's wrong with the other one? Oh, I wore it for a week. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, not for a week. I mean,
I'm exaggerating. I'm off.
Now I'm pretty much, most of the times if you see me out like on a regular day, I'm wearing my sweatpants, I'm wearing a t-shirt in the summer, or I'm wearing my hoodie in the wintertime. I used to be the type of person that would dress up every single day when I first met Damon when I was younger. But now I'm like, it's all right if I go out and I look like crap. I got no makeup on or whatever. But, how do you two make up?
Oh, well, the kids. You married. Amy said you married your mother. That's my sister, Amy Younger. And Susan said, "How do we make up?" The kids aren't watching, so but pretty much no. And that's her. That's the power of the women. They're manipulative and just coming in. Oh, I'm sorry, and they just put it on you, and it's like, and then you're a man and you're stupid, and you're like, how did that just come over me? Like, how did she just get away with that? Because I'm a man and I'm stupid. And that's what it is. We think with two different heads. So, all right. So we got to roll into our next segment. We're going to take a quick break and go to the next segment. But keep up the comments, guys. Thank you.
Welcome to America's Pulse Network. This is APN's very own White House correspondent, Alexandra Levine.
This is so amazing and miraculous. We've never had a president in the history of our nation doing this. And we hope to God that he continues doing this forever and ever. Thank you. God bless you, everybody. And God bless President Trump.
And God bless you.
Hello, everyone. This is Alexandra Levine with the America's Pulse Network. I am the White House correspondent right here in the heart of D.C. as President Trump is celebrating 250 years of America and the military.
Subscribe and follow America's Pulse Network on the above social medias.
All right, now ding ding. This is round 2, Love Lies in the Dishwasher. And I put this one together. I labeled it this way because now I'll go first and I'll let Heather tell her side of it, but you guys can vote on this one. Now, when we lived in Philly, we had a very small house before we moved to here in New Jersey, West Effort. And the kitchen was so small, you really couldn't fit a dishwasher in there. So she would say, we need a dishwasher. We need a dishwasher. I'm like, there's no room to fit it. And I said,
We can have room.
And I said, why do we need a dishwasher? I said, I married a dishwasher. Am I right or wrong for saying that?
You're wrong because it was like 2013, 14. I'm like, this isn't the 1900s. I'm like, and we did. My father, who God rest his soul, is no longer here, but my father, like I said, he was a plumber, and he at the time got like it was practically new dishwasher off his job site, and he came and put it in, and we figured a way to get it in. But yeah, I'm like, no, I mean, this is not, the 1940. I mean, we should have a friggin' dishwasher. That's it. That's like not a big ask. The house was like yay big, but.
Well, I was working like 60 hours a week. And then I had to tear the kitchen apart to put a dishwasher in.
Yeah, my dad helped put it in and everything. Yeah.
See, Nate, sounds right to me. I married a dishwasher. See, she's home. She can wash dishes. I mean, I only say it on that mindset is like not to be insulting, but it's like, as a joke, as I typically joke a lot. But I'm like, there's dishes in the sink. If you're home, like, can you just wash them?
Shauna, my nails. Yes, I wear gloves too.
Well, yeah, let's get started with the nails. All right. Again, with the money. Okay. What are those nails cost? Like, they're like $90 every 2 weeks.
Well, it's not just the nails. And in the summertime, I get my pedicure.
Oh yeah. Well, we can get into that.
I have pretty feet in the
now
summertime.
we're up to 140 every 2 weeks.
Amy.
Graham told me. Oh my God.
Oh, rest in peace, Graham.
But no, I mean, that's a bill. Like, I look at things, men are they want to control things. And I know sometimes we go a little bit too far with controlling, but we're more pragmatic and we are more down there. We know, like, okay, this is important. We need to save money. Well, wrong should be done together. Come on, Mern. No, I can dry them. How about that? But they should be washed at least. But that's a good point.
Wait, hold on. But Damon don't tell you about the stupid crap he spends money on. Like, I remember, for the longest, the betting with the football and all the time. And Damon's excuse, hold on, but Damon's excuse when he buys stuff.
I'm winning 4 to 3.
Okay, Damon's excuse, well, it's going to make me money. Well, I'm going to do this. You just bought that person. That's not going to do anything. And it don't always make him money. That's just Damon's way of saying, and men have bad habits. If you smoke cigarettes, you're spending money on cigarettes all the time. So, like, I mean, I don't smoke. So, I mean, that's a cost. That's a hefty cost every day.
Amy said she's winning. No, it's 4-4. It's tied. She just got another point. Okay, I got it. Got it with a point there. But, however, Pete said nothing worth it in life is free. That's right. So, but still, point being is, if you tally up from head to toe with Heather, she walks around with the rings that she has, the necklaces that she has, the earrings. She's walking around she's a walking like $12,000 item between her clothes, her rings, her jewelry, and her outfit, and her purse. It's like a $12,000. I walk around with, I would say, well, just because of my chain, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that I have. I would say I'm like a $1,500 item with what I'm wearing, and she's like a $12,000 item walking around. So where do I come in? Where does the man get something out of doing this? But I love. I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what that is, but that's interesting. And after the emergency, after the
you're
bills are
winning.
paid, profits should be split 50-50. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like, yes, am I high maintenance? I'm not gonna lie. Like I have very thick curly hair, like so it costs a lot of money to do my hair. You know what I mean? And it's just I have, kind of hair that I just can't use box dye because it'll be destroyed. I have very, dry, coarse hair. That's just my hair. I mean, yeah, do I like nice things in life? I do. Like I said, I didn't grow up with money. My parents did not have money. I didn't grow up with my silver spoon in my mouth. My parents worked hard for everything that we had. So, but do I, I am grateful for the things that I do have, and it's not perfect. There's time where we struggle. A lot of things go on, and it happens, and we gotta take care of the kids. Like I said, sports is not cheap for kids. We spend a lot of money on sports, and we spend a lot of money on Gianna's baritone that she plays. It's just a lot of money. Just a lot of other expenses too.
Oh, of course, but yet the man realizes that it is a lot of money when you have kids, and you have to give things up personally to provide those for your kids. Not, he doesn't give anything. Still have to maintenance Heather and the kids, so that just takes everything away from me. I walk around with underwear that you could
let's not go about the underwear.
At the point where you just go and they blow out the window because they're so frayed. And my work boots that I wear all day long, I would get one pair a week.
PG-13. PG-13. But Heather, is it worth it? Is it worth
5.5? Yes, thank you for that. Whoever gave me that point.
Is it worth 100%? As far as like I'm not sure like what you mean, like if it's spending. I mean,
no, but Heather is worth it 100%.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading it along.
100%.
By the way, I apologize, Shauna. Thank you. Kids fall under the bill in the household murder. Yes, they do. And like I said, like I love for my kids to, I give them every opportunity to be whatever sport or activity. My daughter has done everything from cheer. She did gymnastics. She did dance. She did basketball. She's played probably every sport. She plays field hockey and lacrosse right now. My son's playing baseball. I have to sign him up for street hockey by Friday. I may not forget that. But like I enjoy them to have, give them every opportunity for things that I didn't get a chance to do when I was young. So I want to make sure that they're enjoying their life too. And, sometimes you have to give up for, to give your kids those things. I mean, I watched my mom put a pair of pants back just to get me something that I wanted when I was growing up. So sometimes
maybe you should take
my mom is very good. My mom is
a page out of her plate.
My mom will not buy herself anything. She's very generous. My mom is really good at that.
I used to fall apart. Well,
I'm the one that gets his underwear.
And Miss Shauna here, Shauna, you are very biased.
Biased. Thanks, Shauna. No, I like Shauna.
And over again.
I like Shauna.
Heather is worth.
I like Shauna. Thank you, Shauna.
She is worth it, but what, am I worth nothing? How is she winning 7-5? By the way, on this thing. All right, I get it. They've got a lot of bias, but Shauna, you're one of them.
Damon doesn't pick up his underwear off the floor in the bathroom in the morning. He takes a shower. Oh, I pick it up. No, you don't. You leave your underwear on the floor. Your beater. You let it. Socks if it's I mean, and I have to snap pictures of it because the other day he told me no you didn't, so I snapped a picture and I sent it to Gianna and she was like, Mom, send it to Dad.
It was staged.
Oh, it was staged.
And they threw it in there.
My ass, it was staged.
I'm gonna stick with that. That's a story I'm sticking to. It was staged.
Oh yeah, everything's staged. It's been staged for how many years? 17 years of staged? I don't think so.
I thought it was 18 years.
You're an asshole.
So anyway, all right, guys. So with that, we're gonna take another break, and we're gonna come back with the third segment and then the fourth segment afterwards. So just stay tuned. Producer.
Alexandra Levine Live, hosted by Alexandra Levine. Jersey Shore Podcast, hosted by Damon Galdo. The Conservative Corner, hosted by Seth Eisenberg. Because the pulse of America beats for God and country, America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth.
All right, so here comes our third segment, the Sex Files, sexting to hallway sex. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. But as of right now, can we get the scoreboard back up there? I want to see where I'm at.
Pete, our good friend Pete, yes, airing out all that dirty laundry.
Well, Pete, you better get on this. All right. I'm 7-6. I'm only down 1 point, guys. I need the men out there. Come on.
Thank you, Mern.
All the bros out there, come on and come on.
But bros before hoes?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I'm just kidding. That old saying. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that concept.
Amy, he's done that. Amy, he tortures me. Remember when he took a picture of you on the potty? Damon will take your. I have pictures of me sleeping with my mouth open. He like tortures me sometimes. I swear to God, like it's like don't ever have an embarrassing moment with Damon. He'll never let you live it down. You will hear that for the rest of your life. It could have happened 20 years ago, but he'll talk about it like it happened yesterday.
Well, the reason being is.
Oh Lord, what's the reason? The man.
It's pointed out for everything. Everything that the man does, it's like, oh, you farted, you snore, this and that. And
God,
like
your story tortured me. I had to make him go to the doctor.
But at the same time, as a man, you don't want to tell your wife that you do the same thing.
Oh no, we don't.
And we're nice about it. We don't say it, but then it gets to a point to where you just get beaten down over and over and over again. Then it's like, you know what? I'm going to prove it to you that you snore as well. That you actually fart too.
No, women don't fart. Women do not fart, remember?
So, Jen says, what other things is Damon by? Nothing. Rattle off. Come on. Give it to me. 10-second lightning round. Rattle off. What does Damon buy? Come on. Do it. Exactly.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. He's not a big shopper. I'll give him that. He's not a big shopper, but he does spend money on wasteless crap too. But he'll always give you a reason. Like Damon's the type of person that, well, I did this because you did that. Like he's like, sometimes you just can't take the L. He can't take the loss. It's somehow, some way, it's Heather's fault why he did something stupid. So Gallagher's not the Gallagher way, thank goodness.
Well, no, the thing is, what do I buy? I do buy stuff for her. I do buy stuff for the kids. I don't buy anything for myself. Rarely. Well, no, I do buy stuff for her, but rarely do I. So
Sean, no, girls don't fart. I said that, Shona. We don't fart.
Okay,
an
unrelated story. Damon tried to kiss me one time.
Democrat fake news.
Thank you, Steve, for that one. But no, I don't really
smokes. Get that's why I said the smokes.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to quit smoking. All right, after this podcast, I promise. And then, come on, 10-8. Listen, all right. But
wait, I gotta say to Amy, Amy, that your mom will be screaming at him for that. Misha probably buys high dollar quality.
Yeah, when I shop for her, not for me.
Damon wears his leather jacket from like 2009, and it's.
I don't. Oh my God! I don't wear it because you tell me it doesn't look good, but I don't want to buy another jacket because I
He's got two suits though: his fat suit and his skinny suit. It's hilarious.
I need a medium suit.
You need the medium.
When I'm in between, the weight. So that's right. You're right about that. But I'm just saying. My point being is, I think you spend too much money, and I try to earn too much money, and you're always like, oh, well, Damon will figure it out. He'll figure it out. He'll pull cash out of his butt and figure out how to take care of everything because I'm not going to worry about it.
No, but as I worry just as much as you do, but my brain is also worried about other things because I'm the one with the kids all the time, so I got to worry about them. And sometimes women worry. Not that I don't worry about that stuff, I absolutely do, but I'm also worrying about like what I got to do with them, what I got to do for them, and that's a mother's job too. I mean, I'm not saying it's not the dad's job too, but when you're the primary person with them all the time, because you're working, and I'm just getting myself back again, at the cleaning business. Like, so, Yeah,
you're right. The cleaning business that I.
Oh, here we go. Jesus, good Lord.
All right. I need a point for this one. Where are the men at on this one? So listen, Heather is not the lazy person whatsoever. She will work very, very, very hard. But when she gets used to being given everything, and she'll just depend on me for everything. So she knew, with every household needs to worry about bills and concerns for the kids and paying for stuff. So she's like, oh, well, yeah, I want to get a job. I need a job that works around the schedule with the kids and school and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever you want, sweetie, because I am here for you. I am behind you 100%. I will, whatever you want. But yes, dear, yes, dear, yes, dear. And that is
okay.
So she says, I want to, since I got her a job in the union with, city cleaning.
Yeah, I'm in the laborers union.
Yeah, where she went to commercial buildings, made good money, and cleaned because
Wait,
I got her that job.
But hold on.
What was it? Well, hold on. What did you,
The high praise, Damon will find a way. He always finds a way, Pete. It's like it's God's gift to the world. But yes, you did help me with that. But as a spouse, you're supposed to help each other. You're supposed to bring each other up. You're supposed to uplift each other. So for you to sit there, no, because you're sitting there saying, well, I got Heather. So what? I would do the same thing for you if I had that opportunity and you needed that. That's what you're supposed to do as a couple. You're supposed to uplift each other and help each other out to bring yourself, to a better place.
Well, at one point, and I get a point for this, guys. Where the men at? At one point, when she wanted to start her own business, I said, "That's great." I said, "Let's do it. We'll figure it out." I said,
"Here we go.
Get a game plan together. How you want to advertise it? How you want to get it out there? To design a business card, flyers, whatever, social media, all that stuff." Crickets for like a month. Nothing. I'm like, okay, well, when are you going to do it? Well, why are you yelling? When am I going to do it? I'm like, well, can you at least write some stuff down? Like where do you want to go with it?
And in my defense, though, when you're out of the game for a while of not working, sometimes you do have that insecurity. Like you got to build yourself back up to get yourself back up there, out there, I should say.
You're going to win points.
No, because it's the truth. Like I've been working since I had my daughter and my son. I worked on and off. You know what I mean? I was able to, I had to stop working as a, thank you, Steve. I just wore Damon's lifetime. I know it's just so expensive, but when you're like working on and off, and unfortunately I had to stop working too, because my mom and dad were my main, for support with the kids, and my father his health declined and he passed. So I stopped working for a while, but it's just that like, it's hard. Like you just kind of lose that sense of like, okay, when you're like working every day and you're out there, you're secure, you're confident. So you got to build your confidence back up. So I kind of, a little bit lacked in it because I've been like, I haven't worked in a little while. So, I mean, it's a truth.
And I picked up the slack. I designed her cards. I designed.
No, he helped me. You absolutely, and I, Damon, but I will give you credit for that.
I'm just trying to get a point here. That's all I'm trying to get. There we go. That's all I needed. Okay, I just wanted a point. I wanted to put myself on it. But yes, she worked very hard. She had her first job today on the new business.
Yeah,
and she has been doing very well.
I
was trying to throw it out there. Come on. She just got an extra point. Oh man.
It's a hard, like I said, when you go like from a stay-at-home mom and like I said, like my mom was one too, because I have a severely autistic brother, which I'm also a co-guardian of. And, my mom had to take care of him, and my grandmother had a stroke. So it's a hard job when my mom had a hard job with that. She really did. So my mom was home, but she was taking care of people. But, it is hard when you're out of the game for a while, of the work life, and you got to get yourself back in there and put yourself out there. You have to build that confidence back up.
So, all right. Well, I just want to just point out there that Shauna,
I like Shauna.
You're eliminated.
No, she's not.
So you can't just keep throwing points.
I like Shauna.
Not the same person.
Shauna's gonna be my new friend. I like Shauna. Yeah, well, Shauna. I like Shauna. No, I like her.
She's blanketly throwing points your way, and I think it's rigged.
No, it's not.
She's a ringer. Do you know? You probably even know her.
I don't, but I want to get to know her because I like her. but
I think the game's rigged.
You got man brain. You know what man brain is? The stupid things that you were okay with. Remember the conversation we had about, okay, I'm going to let you start this one off. This is man brain, in my opinion.
It's just because
man brain.
All right, well, I'll start off with this, okay? Men and women think differently.
Absolutely.
Obviously, everyone knows that. Men are very simple. They have goals they go to achieve. It's just that's why men don't do shopping. But if men have to shop for something, say we have to go and pick something up from a store, they go there for that one item, those two items, or maybe three, but that's specific. They're going there to do that. Women, no. They go in there and their eyes are wandering. They're all around because their eyes go all over the place because they have 1,000 thoughts going off in their brain at the same time. They can't just tone everything down and focus on one thing. So men will just go in and get what they need, what's necessary. Women, on the other hand, their brains are moving from A to Z and X to R. It's just, there's no like train of just thought. It's just all, it's like, do you ever see like a picture of like a fly, what its eyes look like, and they see all these little things? The fly's eyes that's what they see. That's just my opinion, because they can't focus on stuff. So when they go shopping, it's like boom, everything. So, and it's the same thing with having a conversation with women. Like men are more simple. Like I think women get upset that men are very simple. I could sit on the couch and watch a football game and just say,
hold on.
Oh, that was pass interference, and that's it. And I'm fine.
Hold on. Stop the presses because I got to get this out. Damon starts projects in our houses and never finishes it. I swear to God, our house in Philly in the kitchen had a sheetrock ceiling exposed for like 6 years. Drove me nuts. The fan I wanted installed in the living room.
Well,
since March, still not done. I had it. My dishwasher went. Well, one of the people that owned before it butted up tile to the old dishwashers, and we had, and Pete knows about this because Pete helped out. They break the tile to get the dishwasher out, and I still had broken tile. Oh. Now, Damon, hold on, let me finish. Right. He starts and he just marches to the tune of his own beat, drives me insane. Get it the frig done.
Okay.
Get it the frig done.
Now back to the beginning. She said unfinished ceiling for 6 years. Now it took God 6 days to make the earth. Okay.
Oh,
and he's God. So 6 years for a ceiling for a human like me, we'll go with that. I'm just gonna leave that to you guys. But when it comes down to the dishwasher,
I never seen so much work when we were getting ready to sell the house. Then boom, 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 everything was going then. I'm like, geez, the house looks great now.
You know why?
It looks great now. It only looks great when someone else is going to live in it.
You know why? Because men are pragmatic. They say, okay,
not every man's like
because
you.
It motivates you to say, okay, great, we have to make this good so we can make as much money so we can buy the house that you want.
But here we go. Thanks, Arlene. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. It's like, just get it the frig done. You don't start a project and lax. I hate when you do that. I love you, babes, but
13
I can't stand it. Just finish it. Just finish the project. Like literally, the house was completely fixed up for someone else to live in.
Okay, well, how about this though? The dishwasher thing here. We bought the house with a dishwasher already installed, and whoever owned it before us, they were stupid. They just tiled over the current floor and butted up right into the feet of the dishwasher. So when the dishwasher broke, guess who had to buy one? Me. Well, guess who had to install it? Me.
Pete helped. Pete Sykes. Pete helped us.
He did help. I had to break the tile out to get it out of there, and then this is older tile, and we had to find it. So I had to break it out, install the dishwasher, and we have PEX lines and all this stuff. I had to get the right fittings and all that stuff. So. But I got it done eventually. I installed a ceiling fan.
But the tile's not done. The ceiling fan's not done.
No, it is. It just needs a screw. That's it. So I had. All right. Okay. No, I just
screw since March.
Yeah, there's a point for me. Oh yeah, but there's times we're busy. I'm on a podcast.
That tile is sitting at the Home Depot.
Well, why didn't you go buy it?
Oh, here we go.
Buy something that's useful, not all the other stuff.
Again,
that's a point right there.
I'm telling you, this is Mr. Narcissist over here, and everything is my fault. Why he didn't somehow, God, some way, it's Heather's fault. It's like I swear to God, he's very good at like finding a little way. He pisses me off to find out one little thing. I'm like, drives me nuts.
Well, I'm just saying, but why wouldn't you go buy it and say, honey, here it is. Here's the tile.
Thanks, Pete. You do always help. Thank you.
but why don't you say, here's the tile, do it. Well, so the ceiling fan in the living room. Okay, always one.
Nathan, you get
point David. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate that, buddy. So I should get a point for this too. So ceiling fan in the living room upstairs. There wasn't one there. We didn't really need one. But she said, I want a ceiling fan. I'm like, okay, well, why? We don't really need one. You actually don't even sit here that often. But so
it's a beautiful ceiling fan. It's beautiful.
But there was nothing there at all. It's just plain drywall and the middle of ceiling.
With the recessed lighting, yes.
Well, yeah, with the lighting, right? So she wanted a ceiling fan. So that means
thanks, Jen. Point for me.
Why? Why? For what? You didn't do anything. I'm in the middle of my story, Jen. You're cheating.
David's always too busy trying to take over the world. He is.
Yes,
he's Captain Save-A-Ho. He's always trying to save somebody, David. That's what I call him all the time.
Well, anyway, so in order to install this ceiling fan, it means you have to cut a hole in the ceiling. You have to cut a hole on the other end of the ceiling, cut a hole in the wall, cut a hole in another wall, and fish wire all the way down, get it to an outlet that you can jump off of for a light switch and cut in the light switch, all that stuff. So it's involved, all right? So, and then once you do all that, you have to install the boxes, pull the wire it up, and install the ceiling fan, then patch everything back up, tape spackle, paint it, all that. So there was no need for it. And this was on purpose. It was like almost like a coup. My daughter never overflowed the tub in her entire life. Never. Never happened. All of a sudden,
She
I
was
come
on the
home from
phone
work.
talking to her friend and
Yeah.
had the, yeah. go
I
ahead.
think it was planned.
No, it was
I come
definitely
home
not planned. I
and
should have had Gianna here.
somehow her tub overflowed. The water
I'm
came
right there
down
with them.
right in
Come
the
on,
same
Pete.
spot of where the ceiling fan's going to go. The drywall was destroyed, so I had to cut it
was
out
bad.
anyway.
No,
and then as soon as I'm cutting it out to fix it, because that's my job to fix it, it goes, oh, by the way, I bought a ceiling.
No,
I bought a
that's not.
ceiling
No,
fan.
no. You said to me, babe, I guess you're getting your ceiling fan now. That's what you said
No.
to me because you had to drill the holes to dry it out because that light fixture, it's.
She already had it. It's a lie. She had it.
No,
Looked at
I did
it. She
not have
goes,
it. I did not have it.
It was
No, because I bought it with income tax money, and that didn't.
It was.
Oh,
it
Jesus.
was on.
This guy, I mean, he's la la land. I'm telling you, the stories he'll tell you.
It was a one-touch thing in her cart. Boom. Ceiling fan's ordered. Boom. I'm like, I think I got.
Sounds like an electrician.
Yeah. I think I got screwed there. I think there was a hostile takeover.
That was a hostile takeover.
Yeah, I think there's a scandal there. I really do.
Well, you try to investigate that. Do some CSI on that shit. I
don't
know
need to. I've instinct.
Oh God. Yeah. That.
And our daughter doesn't hold secrets that well. She told me.
Oh, I'm Gianna's bestie. She tells me like we're like this, me and her.
So anyway,
we're tied
up. All right, so I want to get to the point because we're going to wrap up this segment a little bit. But the reason why I labeled this sexting to hallway sex is when we first met, we were in love. Sexting, she would send me like a picture of herself smiling and all that stuff, and I would send her a picture of me. But that's what I mean by sexting. And then to the hallway sex.
I like Shauna. Let me get the violin out for you, Damon. Heather, more points, please. Thank you, Shauna.
Damon, producer, can you block Shauna?
No, you cannot do that.
Anymore.
You do that. I like Shauna. I like you, Shauna.
But so anyway, and then it gets to the point where you've been together so long, and that's what I meant by the hallway sex, where you pass each other in the hallway, and it's like F you. So that's where the hallway sex came from.
I gotta tell you, I have like no filter, and I get that from God or so my grandma. My grandma just had a mouth; she would just say whatever comes out. And I actually like that quality about myself because what you see is what you get. I'm not going to two-face you. I'm not a fake person. I'm just who I am. Take it or leave it. But as a wife, don't bore me with the details. Just get it done. We have to get to the important things. Exactly. We got to get to the important things. We do have to get to the important things.
Which I thought I stated throughout this whole podcast.
My God.
Jen, thank you.
Damon has himself up on that pedestal. Like he's God. He's like gift. He's a God's gift to women, and every woman should have a man like Damon. No, Damon's a good husband. I'm just joking, but men.
Ooh, just tied up. Damn. Damon wins. Pete said Damon wins. Yes, Pete, my man.
Pete, I thought you were my friend too.
And
Pete,
I'm helping to manage Pete Sykes' campaign for Assembly LD6 in New Jersey, Camden.
Yes, go vote for Pete.
Yes, he knows.
Jack
he knows
Brandon.
where to go. So he knows where to go. Throw them points in there, Pete. Take on Shauna because she's a bringer.
I know. I like Shauna. Like Shauna.
All right, guys. So with that is the end of the third segment of us going back and forth with this, and we're going to go on to the next one, which we have the Patriots and Losers Award. I do it on every podcast. I pick somebody that's the Patriot, of the Week award, and I give that to somebody, and then the Loser of the Week award. I give it to usually towards politicians, so there it's a political show, and we're tied up 16-16. So maybe after this segment, Damon 17. All right, maybe after this segment, this fourth segment, we get a winner out of it. We get tallied up. So I don't know, but I'm winning for the first time in this whole debate. So
she said you're a great dude.
So who's that?
Jen.
Thank you, Jen. So. All right, Jen was on the podcast. Yeah. See, there you go. I had her on the podcast, and Myrna's coming on soon.
Okay, cool.
August 11th.
Oh wait, Nora. Thank you, Nora. Nora had 3 points.
Come on.
That's my girl, Nora. Love you, Nora.
There's no 3 points, Nora. You can only do one at a time.
I know. You got to stick with your guy, Pete. It's a bro code. I get it, Pete. It's a bro code. I know
it. So let's take a quick break and we'll go to the last segment.
America's Pulse Network. The mainstream media is bought and paid for. The truth is twisted to fit their agenda. But America is waking up because podcasts are the future for trusted media. Welcome to the America's Pulse Network. It is a network built by patriots that upholds the Constitution. The America's Pulse Network stands for God, truth, and the America First movement. There is no corporate propaganda, no government spin, just real news, real talk, and real voices fighting for faith, freedom, and the future of this great nation with common sense. Here are some of America's Pulse Network podcasts. Alexandra Levine Live, hosted by Alexandra Levine. Jersey Shore Podcast, hosted by Damon Galdo. The Conservative Corner, hosted by Seth Eisenberg. APN's The Pulse, hosted by Alexandra, Damon, and Seth. So tune into America's Pulse Network on the following social media platforms: X/Twitter, Rumble, Truth Social, Facebook, and YouTube. Join the revolution. Because the pulse of America beats for God and country. America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth.
All right, everybody, thank you for staying tuned. We're going into the fourth segment. This is a short segment to wrap up the show. It's a Patriot Loser of the Week award. I always do this in the show. So let's just start. Let's roll the Patriot of the Week award.
Hey! Hey! I love it. I love it.
Did you talk to this? You talk to DW? Did she talk to you before?
No, I didn't get DW to do it. Thank you, Shauna. We make a great couple. Thank you for that compliment.
Well, let's go to the Loser of the Week award. Here we go.
Losers! Losers! Losers!
Thank you.
Losers! Oh, shut up!
Yeah,
The tank.
and the reason why it's labeled that way is because I would be a loser if I never proposed to my wife.
Thank you. I've been with Damon almost half my life. I'm 42. I've been with him since I was 23. So literally 19 years is a long time, and it's a blessing to be with someone that long, because nowadays you hear too many people splitting up or just, not finding like their person. And it's not easy to find their person.
You are right. And thank you, Pete. Pete, I played it out. Oh, she's still winning. Damn it. It was nice to play, but I didn't do it for votes, guys. I didn't do it for votes. It was from the bottom of my heart. It really was. So that's it. So no, still 2020. Oh, Arlene, what's Arlene saying? She didn't.
Arlene's laughing.
All right. So
I think next time, though, Damon, when we do one on next time, I think we need to do it where we talk about like relationship stuff, like what men think is okay and what women don't, and I want to get other women's opinions too to see if they're on my page or not.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good. We almost got into it tonight.
We almost got into it tonight, but that's like a whole separate show.
Yeah, we were running out of time. So that would have opened up another can of worms.
But this one's going to be a good one because maybe some women will agree with me, maybe some won't.
I think every woman would agree with you, and I think every guy that thinks like me with a good heart would agree with me.
Oh, with brains in there.
So it looks like we're going with a tie in this. So.
We got time. We got time.
21.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening, and
thank you,
and thank you for the points and chiming in with all your comments. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for all the nice compliments, everybody, and just the fun, having fun.
But stay tuned to the end because I want to talk about fundraiser out here for a GoFundMe for one of our podcasters, Seth Eisenberg. Name is Joe, and it goes by Seth, his middle name. So it's right there on the screen. That's a GoFundMe for Seth. And Seth, he had a bad infection in his foot. He's in and out of hospital for months and he almost lost his foot. And he's a good guy, good enough to where we can make fun of him. And I call him, he has like a little pyro beam. And it's not for that reason, but I say, yeah, because you're going to have a peg leg. you know what? It's a guy joke, but no, he's a great guy. And like I always say, he doesn't like that we do this because he's, you know, like he doesn't want charity. He's a hardworking guy. He's like, no, I can do it myself, and he's very proud. But the hospital bills are piling up for Seth, and I just was happy. Helped raise my sister a lot of money for her cancer treatment too, so it is hard to keep asking people for GoFundMe, but these are for good people. And Seth is a great guy. You can watch his podcast, The Conservative Corner. It's on Sundays. It airs on the America's Pulse Network. It airs on my X too. But yeah, so you guys can see what he's about, and I think he's actually sick now as well. He's on the Pulse on Wednesdays. He's one of our hosts there. And I don't know if he's going to be on this Wednesday or not. We'll see how he's feeling. But he's been battling a lot of stuff. But he's a great guy. He's a veteran. But thank you. So let's see what you next time.
Next time we put a neutral party between you both. Heather kept pinching Damon's leg.
Yeah, that's right. See, she was. She actually had a knife, that she kept poking me with. So
there was this funny meme I seen on Facebook. It was an older lady. She said, sometimes a woman looks at her husband at night when he's sleeping and saying, I just want to punch that MFer in the head. And I thought to myself, man, there is sometimes I look at you when you're sleeping and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then and then you look at my wallet and say, is that going to be filled tomorrow if I do that? No, all good fun, guys. All good fun. It takes a long time to, every marriage has its up and down.
Yeah.
Time. We've had plenty of trouble in our marriage. But it's just, when you just get through it, you fight through it, you learn to have fun with it. And, we've been together long enough for 18 years. No, 17. Oh, yeah, I know. And the reason why, that was an honest mistake by me. When I set up the show, when the producer put it out there, 18 years of marriage, I literally thought it was 18. And she hit me, and it was already released. So she's like, no, it's going to be 17.
It's man
I'm
brain.
like, well,
that's man brain. That's the whole thing, man brain.
Well, whatever. That felt like it to me anyway. But either way, at least I remembered we were married. So, but everyone, thank you very much for joining us, and you can catch the pulse. You'll see everything that's going to come in the next ad as we close out. Catch everyone else's podcast. We got some really good things coming up with different podcasts, and just stay tuned with the America's Pulse Network. We are growing very big, and a lot more is in store. So, thank you all for joining.
righteous pride in this one big voice, it's our time. Generation fighters take the stand from shore to shore.